Kids, let's take a quick look at the market today. July 29th, 2022. Bitcoin is a pumping. Now, we were talking about this a few weeks ago, possibly getting Bitcoin at about $25,000, maybe a little bit more. Bear market rallies definitely happen, very common. I've always thought Bitcoin would probably be in a range between $15,000 and $40,000, probably for the next 12 months, to be honest with you. So today's video is about enjoying this pump for what it is and not getting overly retarded, or I should say bullish. Don't be a big riri because of this pump. Oh, it just hit 24,000. I see this pump as something that is short term. I see this pump as a reason to take profits. I don't know where the top's going to be, folks. We could go up to $30,000. I don't know. I'm not a prophet. I don't claim to be a prophet. But I do think at some point, before we go into a bull market, which will not be until 2024 or 2023, getting closer to the halving, I just don't think we're going to see all-time highs again. I just don't. Doesn't mean we're not going to see crazy rallies. Cardano hitting $2 or $1, then dumping. You're seeing a lot of these altcoins right now pumping. Matic will probably be at $1 pretty soon. I missed the boat on that one. Boo-hoo for me. But just remember, folks, this is all so people can take profits. This is all a whale game right here. If we're going off the 4-year cycles and we're going off what traditionally Bitcoin does, we're not going to see those all-time highs. So don't get too crazy. Don't let this go to your head is what I'm trying to say. While it is enjoyable and I like it, look, we all love when the markets are bullish, trust me. Although I do kind of wish that I was getting Matic right now for 40 cents, but I think I will get that chance to get Matic for 40 cents. You just have to be patient. The next halving is not for another year and a half, so we have plenty of time. Ethereum, Ethereum's on a roll, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a massive rejection from Ethereum before we hit $2,000. So I also want to let people know, Crypto Banter, one of the biggest Bybit shills I've ever seen in my life. Watching the video this morning, I want people to realize they make all their money off selling you Bybit, which I've said before. They're basically bought by Bybit. They're owned by Bybit. These jackasses are based out of a third world country, which is South Africa, a country that if you have any money in your pocket, they'll rape and murder you on the spot. And these guys probably live in gated communities with guys with M16s outside. It's a third world dump where they live, so they can get away with promoting Bybit every day. What they're doing right now with all their videos are to sell you Bybit. That's all it is, just to sell you Bybit. Okay? You can even hear all this whole video right here about the Bybit trading competition. They've devoted a whole video, but it's secretly all it is to get you guys to join Bybit, trade on Bybit with them. If you guys get liquidated, they make the money. If all the trades they give on Bybit go to zero, they make all the money in fees that you lost.
And all you need to do is have $250 in your account. Anyone can participate, and the winners get $100,000. Now I'm gonna kick your ass just to prove it right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to prove it, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna show you that my trading style actually does work, and I think we'll both kick Kyle's ass.
Okay.
Kyle?
So all this right now is a show they're putting on for you. Bybit competition. Oh, we're gonna do trades. Me and the sniper are gonna do trades, and we're gonna see how we do, and you guys can follow us. It's all to get you guys to go on Bybit, get liquidated, and they make all this money. I despise these people. Be careful, folks, because right now the market is showing a little bit of strength. You're getting a lot of people going into Bybit. They're gonna long. You're gonna long in Bybit, and then the whole thing's gonna dump. It's just gonna dump because we can get a massive dump at any moment. So be very, very careful. Please, the Bybit shills are out in full force. These are the worst offenders on Bybit. Be very, very careful. Okay, also, Richard Hart. A lot of people don't like Richard Hart. I heard of Richard Hart since 2017, but I didn't know much about him. He just seemed like a pompous dick. But over the past 5-6 years, I've been just, you hear his predictions, you hear what's going on. I follow all the news. He's been right about everything. So it doesn't matter if Richard Hart eats babies. Every night for dinner, Richard Hart eats babies. That's what he does. I don't know. I'm not saying he does, but if he did, it makes no difference to me whatsoever. This guy's been right about everything. He predicted the Bitcoin top, predicted the Bitcoin bottom last cycle and this cycle, and he thinks we're going down to $10,000, $11,000. He still thinks we're going down to $10,000, $11,000, and I agree with him because he's been pretty much right about everything. Bitcoin traditionally drops 85%. There's no reason why it's not going to do it this time either. Yes, Richard Hart is a pompous guy. But when you're that rich and you're that right all the time, I guess it's hard not to be. And the fact is, he promotes hex Bitcoin often, but if you got into Hex 2 years ago, you made a lot of money. And if you're still in Hex, it's doing a hell of a lot better than Luna, right? So the only reason to not like Richard Hart is because he's pompous. And I get it. It's a personality contest out there. A lot of people don't like me because I'm kind of an asshole. But this guy's been right about everything. Everything so far. Not wrong once, which I find to be very, very interesting. Maybe he's an insider. Maybe he's Satoshi. Who knows? But he's basically called everything. And he does think we are just basically in a short-term rally. And we will eventually dump.
Bitcoin to fall by 80%. I remember that, and we'll play a clip of what you said exactly. You said that it would go down to 10K because you've said that in previous cycles, Bitcoin usually performs poorly after it's made a top. So you've actually correctly called a top. You've actually said that right before it went to the top. So Bitcoin kept climbing a little bit after you made that call.
Anytime we get one of these big run-ups, which by the way is usually following by a crash, which I think we are due for the rest of the crash. We're already down half. I think we'll go down another 75% to an 85% total drop. I think.
So anyway, if you don't like Richard Hart, then you don't like making money. Like, I get you want to be a little baby. Oh, boo-hoo, Richard Hart's mean. He said something mean. He said something that's not politically correct. Boo-hoo-hoo. And then you're poor in the corner and you're living in your mommy's basement. Although it does look I'm living in my mommy's basement, but this is my basement. I own it. I own this basement. But yeah, folks. I mean, the guy. Like, I really didn't pay much attention to Richard Hart either the last couple of years. He would actually do videos and he would kind of annoy me. But he's been right on about everything. Actually, I started really following him when he called the Bitcoin top. He was on all the shows. They were all making fun of him, and basically that was the top. I think he called it really pretty much exactly. And he does think we're still going down to $11,000. Traditionally, 85% dump. Like I said, you want to make fun of Hex, that's great, but a lot of people making fun of the Hex were in Luna, and Luna went to zero. I wish I was in Hex instead of some of the Luna that I had, right? Luna, and if you bought Hex when it first came out, you made millions and millions of dollars, and Hex will most likely do absolutely incredible the next bull market, and I'll tell you why. As long as Richard Hart's alive and around, it will, because this guy is pumping it everywhere he goes. All he does is talk about Hex. So as long as he's not in jail, and as long as he's not dead, or incapacitated, Hex is going to do very, very well. Just like with Cardano, you have Charles Hoskinson out there doing the videos and promoting it. Well, this guy's 10 times more of a personality than Charles Hoskinson. So I'm probably looking to buy some Hex. I don't care what anybody says, because when we go into a bull market, Richard Hart's going to be out there every day pumping it, every single day. And it's been out. This Hex has been out for a couple years. It's still there, unlike Luna and unlike Anchor and unlike UST and unlike a lot of the other scams that basically went to zero. No, the Hex founder is still out there promoting it. Think of all the shitty coins you got into over the last couple of years. Where's the founder? In jail, rug pull, gone. The coin exists, but there's nobody talking about it. This guy is pompous. He's going to be talking about Hex every day. That's all he does. That's his life, talking about Hex. So I would be buying some Hex if I were you. It's a risky altcoin just like anything else, but putting $1,000 into Hex and basically looking back at the next bull market, you'll probably 50x it. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Bitcoin heads for the best month since October as the PC inflation surprises. Yeah, so basically Bitcoin's on a rise right now, doing really well. It just hit $24,000. Just be careful, folks. Yeah, it's great. You're feeling good. You're getting euphoric. I wouldn't be buying jack squat right now. Everything I bought was a couple months ago. If you have no money in the market right now, okay, you're holding for 2024. But Bitcoin going back down to 17,000 is almost a certainty in my mind. Ethereum back down to 1,000 or 900, it's almost a certainty. BNB back down to 200, under 200. I just don't know where this pump is going to end, but I know we are definitely going back down within the next 6 months to a year. So yeah, these are not bad buy levels if you're looking to hold to the next bull market in 2 or 3 years. But if you're just looking to get in right now because if you were scared money 6 months ago and you sold all your coins and you're looking to get in right now, think about it. If you buy your Bitcoin right now and then it starts dumping next week, are you going to be able to hold it or are you going to sell? Because a lot of this scared money, you get all euphoric and you're all happy, you buy your coin, and then the minute the thing starts dumping, you sell at a loss. It's like you're incapable of just selling, of just holding. You're incapable of holding until the next bull market. If you're one of those people who are just incapable of holding and you think this is going to go up forever right now, we're not. We're in a recession. Buddy of mine's a realtor in real estate. It's hell out there. Okay? Prices are crazy. Gas prices have gone down a little bit, but trust me, once the winter rolls around, gas prices are going to go right back up. So this is fun. This is interesting. Like I said, if Cardano hits $2, I'll be selling half my bag. But Cardano hasn't really been doing all that much. Oh, also, the Vasil hard fork. I made a video yesterday. Vasil hard fork didn't look like it was going to be delayed. It is going to be delayed for another couple weeks, but it's completely irrelevant. The Vasil hard fork means nothing anymore. After they delayed it the first time, all the hype was gone. It don't matter what you do after that. You know, it's like you promise. It's like if you're a handyman or something, you promise you're going to fix something for somebody, then you don't show up, and then you call up and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to do it. Then I'll be there in 2 weeks to fix it. Like you've lost all respect. Like that person's not even going to expect you to show up. And now that they've delayed it again, just forget about the Vasil hard fork. That's not going to cause a Cardano pump. What will cause a Cardano pump is just basically GitHub activity and news. But the Vasil hard fork news, don't whether it happens or not, we're not going to see a pump. That ship has sailed. Okay, folks, everything's looking good. Hold on tight. If you're in profit, take some. Set your stop losses. We're going to dump at some point. We're not going into a bull market. Use some common sense. Don't listen to the Bybit shills, folks. These guys are beyond snakes. They should be in federal prison, but you know they're from South Africa. I guarantee you, they make every dime right now from Bybit. I wouldn't be surprised if the CEO from Bybit has them on speed dial. Everything they do is to get you to go into Bybit. Every video they make is designed to just get you to go into Bybit. Despicable. All right, folks, have a good day.